What's going on, guys? This is Mitch Lazorko. I am a director of photography that specializes in corporate interviews as well as commercial and personal branding photography. This shoot was a early start to the day. We're located in North Dallas, but had to drive to Graham, Texas, which was about 2.5 hours away. This is me in the morning, just double checking my lists, make that gear list, making sure that I'm not forgetting anything, everything down to sandbags. It's just, I have a terrible memory. This really helps me make sure I don't forget anything day of the shoot. Even that morning of checklist. Can't forget your coffee. Here's the gear all packed up. Before we go, got the teleprompter there. And we're pretty much full to the gills. This is just a Mazda sedan, and I've kind of got it maxed out here. Really providing all of the gear, as well as this is before we put all of our craft services in. I found that one of my number one things is to make sure that everybody on set is well fed, has enough coffee in them, has water if they need it. And so I do my best to bring all of that on these more full production shoots. There's a little Ryan Adams. Good job, buddy. And here we are just cruising on out. So basically for this project, this is a recurring series of testimonials for a nonprofit that we've been working on. And we're basically doing a testimonial video as well as some call to action videos, some radio-based voiceovers, and just a little bit of still photography. So it's kind of a full package, but we make it work. It's nothing too crazy. Here's the venue. It ended up being a wedding venue. We were originally supposed to shoot up in the loft, but it was not reserved on this day. So the owner said we could pick whatever room we wanted. So here's from the balcony. Very nice Texas country out here. We opted to go for this room. I felt like it fit with our series, which have mostly been shot in homes. So we wanted to feel not closed off, but just to feel more in line with some of the other work that we've done. Here's me getting my Olympia cart out. Really love the gravel. You got to walk it over to the concrete to start getting it set up. This cart is just barely big enough for the work that I do. I've got a couple of these half milk crates that fit some of the essentials. Got my Aputure 600D. This is my first day shooting with this. I'm pretty excited about it. Just not having to worry about fighting windows. There's my wife, Jen. She helps me. She's basically like a camera swing producer. She does a ton of stuff with me on set as well as off set. She does a lot of photo editing. She does a lot of accounting. Some days I feel like, what am I doing? All right, so here's our setup. We've got 600D with the Fresnel shooting through Magic Cloth. This is a 6x Magic Cloth, and I was really happy with the wrap we were able to get on this. We've got a 2-camera setup, R6 Mark II for the A cam, R7 for the B cam. And I really like how these sensors match pretty well. They do a good job. They could have some more dynamic range, but that's mirrorless cameras for you. You'll notice on the right we've got a black bed sheet for our Magic Cloth. I noticed that once we got the subjects seated, they were a little too bright just below on the t-shirt. So over here we've got our sound blankets. We've got our reflector in that bottom left just to give us a little bit of fill. If you notice down in the bottom right-hand corner, there's not a plant, and then in a moment, there is a plant. Generally helps with making the frame look as nice as it can be. And here's kind of our nice wrap on the face here. I'm trying not to go too moody, so we really wanted the face to be lit fairly well. There's my boom mic, I haven't gotten out of the way yet. But I was really happy with the way I was able to balance lighting with the windows on this shoot. That 600D really helped. Here's the B cam angle. We're having to frame for vertical and horizontal crops for these. So normally I would like to frame a little bit closer, but we're shooting in 4K. We can punch in if we need to. And love the colors of everything. So here's that R7. We've got matching moment ND filters. I think we were at 2.8 on the f-stop for these. And I think we had about 2 stops of ND. So it wasn't like we were having to ND down a whole lot. If the windows had been way brighter, we probably would have had to make some adjustments. Here we used a teleprompter for a call to action portion. iPad's not in there yet, but that's kind of what that setup looks like. And then later on, here's Jen just showing off our voiceover mic. This is an Audio-Technica 2035. I use this for when we do radio broadcast stuff. It's actually what I'm using now. And then here's me just taking some still photos of the subject we were interviewing. And really just shooting on a white wall for the marketing department for this nonprofit to be able to use. So here we are packing it up into the day. I like a lot of these Matthews reverse stands. They're pretty great. And overall, I was pretty happy with being able to use the 600D. Normally, I've got the Aputure 200X, and I'm kind of fighting, really trying to avoid shooting towards windows. And today was the first day I was able to do that and not be too stressed out about it. So I was really happy with the investment. Got a couple sandbags. So if you enjoy this video, leave a comment. Let me know what you thought. Let me know if you have any questions. Really enjoyed getting to be a little creative, shoot some behind the scenes on this. So catch you guys next time.